All right, and we're back after some technical difficulties. My apologies. Welcome back to Let's Stream Assassin's Creed Unity. In the last one, we did some side quests in the northwest, and now we are currently heading over to finish up with the Nicolas Flamel secret. Hopefully, we can continue uninterrupted. All right. There we go. All right, it's looking better. Okay. As I was saying in the last part, we have earned enough money to upgrade our equipment. Looking pretty good. As well as liberate some of the more northern territories. Yes. Oh, scare some bullies.
Je vous suis à jamais redevable.
Here we are. We are wearing primarily the brigand outfit. To great effect. It's a very versatile outfit. Alright, I suppose the time has indeed come. Use the mechanisms you've obtained to enter Nicolas Flamel's secret laboratory and obtain his elixir of life.
Card here, the key, and here, the sun. Against these other cards, it is quite clear that many people are in search of Nicolas Flamel's secret laboratory that has remained hidden these hundreds of years. You are ready. I commend you, but I cannot help you. The final mystery of where to find Flamel's laboratory is beyond my powers. Only you can solve the enigma. My intuition tells me you will do well.
Oh, well, fantastic. It's almost as if I have a green dot showing me exactly where to go. Might be over here then. Well, she thought that we were going to do very well. I think that we're not doing well at all. Let's try down here. Really? Well, we've got some mad monks. That's a good sign. the elixir. All right.
Réduisez-les au néant, soyez sans pitié.
Soixante livres par fêtier, c'est une occasion à saisir. Il doit chercher à impressionner.
All right.
Have you brought the elixir? Oh, of course you have. I knew you would not fail me. Many thanks, my dear Arnaud. I foresee a great future for you.
How convenient. All right. And there we are. Back in our social club with one final contract. Hoarding hostages. Free the farmers taken hostage by the food hoarders. In an effort to force farmers to give up their harvest, the food hoarders have taken a group of them hostage near the Court of Miracles. Find the hoarders and free the farmers. Okay. All right.
du fond du cœur.
Many thanks. Damn those bastards.
Je le jure.
Please.
Ha! There! Nail the horse! Many thanks. Damn those bastards. See these people here? You want them to get hurt? We'll hurt them all right if you don't.
I'll have you dead in
Off
your
with
tracks.
that. Many thanks. Damn those bastards.
All right. Last one.
Sans regarder le faire.
There you are. Filthy scoundrel. Many thanks. Damn those bastards.
Hey, you're not kidding.
Je crois que le type va bien.
Quand on ne tient. Oh, ne me touchez pas.
All right.
I was hoping you'd stop by, my dear Arnie. I'm aware that
Oh.
you're deeply concerned with justice and so forth.
Well, of course. Let's infiltrate a brothel and assassinate the owner.
There was a man, Rignon, who operates a string of brothels just north of here. Imposes horrendous working conditions on his girls. Things would improve markedly if you were to send him to eternal banishment.
What's in it for you?
Oh, cynicism does not become you, dear boy. Let us say that, Should Grignon's collection of delectable damsels find themselves without a patron, well, my kingdom would necessarily expand, wouldn't it?
It would. All right, let's head out. All right. All right. All right. Why not another?
I have a mission for you.
All right. Le Ban Noir. Help Dawsonville disrupt the corrupt auction held by the Black Band.
Care to watch?
I'm sure this is going to go swimmingly. Let's just see here. We've finally gotten back a bit of our money. We're getting more creep points. That's good. That's good. I do want to get back to doing some more file digging with the Helix. See what more assassin until we can get going. Right. Get away. Well, where are we going? Assassin Blue. It's different than the white, but I do enjoy it. Ah, friends.
And now let us sell off this dilapidated church. I hope it remains standing until we finish.
200 livres, 300 livres.
Who are you?
Citizen Dawsonfield. And I bid 300 livres. No, 4.
You can't bid against yourself.
This man is disrupting the auction. I bid 200 livres. I bid 7. And mine are counterfeit.
I must ask you to leave, citizen.
So you can pretend to sell this fine building to your friend?
That's an outrageous accusation.
Take that back. Make me.
You men, get him out of here.
Protect yourself. Fight, Johnny. You can't fight. Now, still there.
That's it. So here, brother. Stay there, citizen.
No, sir. Hold on, we can do this in a timely manner. Oh, there are more coming. Oh, no.
Your court, man.
Oh, we need more medicine. Great.
Yes, you.
There we are. Fabre d'Eglantine, one of the worst poets of his generation, which produced many. The young Fabre won the Silver Lily second prize in the poetry competition, but took the name Eglantine from the name of the first prize, Wild Rose. Ah,
Oh, où est Jacques le charretier?
great.
Il te conduit à la ville, toi.
De Sade's reprieve. Oh, still saved the Marquis de Sade from the guillotine by stealing the judicial order for his trial. Great.
À l'auteur.
Yeah. Only 5 more crowd events until we get a new reward. Citizens, at long last, the sordid and depraved Marquis decide soon to plop his head in a basket. He is charged with monetarism, but in reality his crimes descend to far greater depths. Uh, Congratulations to the office of Procurator Fouquier Tinville in the Grand Châtelet in anticipation of a successful persecution. The editor. We'll just have to find that judicial order then. Well, ooh, what I wouldn't give for Ezio's parachute about now. Alright. 160 meters in closing. No, no. That's what you think. There it is. Yeah, exactly. Went down too low. Okay. Oh well. Next time, of course. Can't wait to see your friends.
I'll avenge you, my friend.
Yeah, of course you will. A couple of different ways that was gonna go. Oh well. And we were never here. Let's grab that cockade out on our way out. Maybe. There it is. Ooh. All right. Good deal. What else do we have? Sewer rat. Assassinate the convict escaping through the sewers. Betrayer of the Queen. That's new. And way above our pay grade so far. Well, we should head back to the cafe and get our paint. All right. Let's go back into the Helix real quick. I see. Odd. Oh, that duel. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next piece of equipment. We've got the Master Hood, the Master Chest. We have the Master Forearms. Erasers. No, we don't. Sin. Improved. Master Belt. We can get Arnos, which wouldn't be too terrible. Of course, we have the legs. Master Military, Master the Tournament. We probably won't end up unlocking those. That's the absolute craziest mission in the co-op's history. Okay, let's see what we got here. Nothing here. Tornado. Assassin Intel 1 of 3. Okay, let's try it again.
The more data you can collect, the better your reward. But the assassin is more important.
That's what you keep saying.
know where the assassin is. Get to him now. I think this data could really help us. Let's hope that contains something valuable. Really fine. Keep up the good work. You don't have much time left. 10 seconds left. The data is TC. You need to collect 5 seconds. Operative located. 3, 2, 1. The simulation is breaking up.
I'm not gonna make it. So close.
Well done. Our agents are never safe in the Helix, though, so help them when you can.
Okay. I'll play that again one more time.
You don't have much time. Free the assassin and try to collect the data he found. This one's encrypted. Wait, I think this data could really help us.
Ah,
Havoc time. Hurry! He's there. You have to save him.
ah. I agree.
We're counting on you to save our operative. Somewhere in the simulation. Hold on. Decrypting. Wait. This data is encrypted. Excellent. This could hold some major stereo secrets. This should come in useful. Data received. This one's encrypted. Wait.
Okay.
Okay. We have our agent's location. Operative located. That's it. You should be safe now.
Good.
This data comes from deep within the helix. Well done. Not much time now. Wow, this should make our researchers very happy. Take care, your health levels are quite low.
Oh dear.
We thought we'd lost this assassin.
The obvious answer here is go buy some more medicine, but that's out of the way.
Wait, this data is encrypted. Excellent. This could hold some major stereo secrets. Another
Let's just
piece
try
of puzzle.
following the guide.
We're losing that data. Try to reach it before it's gone completely. Sending the data to the lab now. Hold on. Decrypting. Wow. This should make our researchers very happy. You're almost at half. Try to stay out of trouble. You need to gather that data before it loses all integrity. Quick! We know where the assassin is. Get to him now. Another piece of the puzzle. Well done. Great find.
was even worse than the last time. But we have gotten all three assassin intels. Good for us. Ooh, not much money that netted us. Wow, a bit. So that'll be new forearms. Good deal. Now we have new assassin intel. Character witness testimonial. Melanie LeMay, Chief Creative Officer of Abstergo Entertainment. March 15th, 2014. To whom it may concern, in furtherance of the ongoing investigation of the late John Standish, former Information Technology Director at Abstergo Entertainment, I have been asked to provide a short reminiscence of our working relationship with the hope that it may shed some light on his bizarre actions immediately preceding his death in November of 2013. I should begin by saying that I did not know John well. His time at Abstergo Entertainment was brief, 7 months, 3 days to be precise, and in that time our friendship was almost exclusively professional. We attended the same directors' meetings and often found ourselves on the same side of long-standing discussions of this or that project. The subject of these conversations was always work-related, professional, appropriate, nothing out of the ordinary. On 2 occasions only did I see him in what could be called a social circumstance. The first was in June 2013, on the evening of Abstergo Entertainment's yearly assembly, held at Riverside Park in the heart of Montreal's Old Port. I remember it was a lovely evening and very hot, so the lines for the bar were quite long. At some point, I too was waiting in a queue for another glass of white wine for myself and a beer for a friend, when I realized John was standing just behind me. He said hello, and we discussed the various bits of news Olivier had just talked about, announced the assembly meeting. Then our talk turned to more personal subjects. I remember he said he was from the United States, born in a small town in Maryland, the name of which escapes me. I asked him about the peculiarity of his accent, and he thought it had something to do with the amount of traveling he did with his family. He hinted at a rather lonely childhood, with few stable friendships, though he laughed this off as though it no longer bothered him. Our conversation then drifted to generalities about our current projects. I was in those summer weeks, still in pre-production for the Sample 17 project, and told him things were proceeding well. He then asked me if Abstergo Entertainment had access to any of the old Animus 1.28 models. I told him I didn't think we did, as these models were not Helix compatible, and were therefore of no use to us at Abstergo Entertainment. He said that was too bad, and when I asked why, he said something to the effect of, "I'd love a quick trip through my own messy past." This didn't strike me as odd at the time. At one point or another, most of our employees expressed a desire to peek into their own genetic memories. But I had to disabuse him of any ideas that this was a possibility. Abstergo has a very strict screening process, I told him. We check donations of gene material, yes, but the actual live sequencing process is done by trained professionals only. The Animus is a tool, not a toy. After listening to my explanation, he said that, again, it was too bad. When I suggested he donate his genetic material to the company anyway, he said nothing and wandered away from the queue. I noticed he hadn't taken any food or drink at all. The second occasion was not so much a meeting as it was a sighting. It was on a Saturday in Montreal at some point in the late summer. I was walking down Park towards Sherbrooke, and when I decided to stop by my favorite cafe for a drink. While waiting for my coffee, I happened to notice John was there too, sitting by himself in a far corner of the establishment, hunched over a small laptop and staring at the screen intently. His face was very flushed, and streams of tears ran down his face. He looked distraught, as if a close relation had died and he had just heard the news. As I waited, watching him intermittently, I realized that he was talking to someone, most likely via video or voice chat. This was not so unusual, of course, yet the manner of his speech was odd. His conversation, from the little I could make out, seemed to be filled with joy and happiness, even as his expression was one of a man being tortured to the limits of his endurance. Deciding against a quick hello, I grabbed my coffee when it came and moved to the exit. Unfortunately, I could not resist a final peek at my colleague. I wish I had not paused. Turning again back to the back of the room, I found John staring directly at me. All emotion had drained from his red, raw face. His expression was blank, yet his eyes were fixed on me, boring like two screws through my skull. I exited the cafe as quickly as I could. When I saw him at work the following week, he greeted me in his same laconic fashion. I said nothing about seeing him at the cafe, and neither did he. We only spoke a handful of times after that, the last time being outside the Helix server room in Abstergo Entertainment's lower bunker area. We argued about the employees we had recently detained on suspicion of espionage. I didn't see him again, and he was dead soon after. Apart from these details, I have only generalities to offer. He was an odd man, but no stranger than most of the more technically minded employees here. He was known to mumble to himself quite frequently, though I never witnessed his behavior myself. He was somewhat arrogant and haughty, but this again was not so unusual for his line of work, especially for a man whose intelligence and talent was not in question. He was undoubtedly skilled and had a technological aptitude that surprised even some of our most senior technicians. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Melanie LeMay, CCO of Abstergo Entertainment. Whew. Number 5, Phoenix Project Report. Note, Melanie, this is one of the documents I mentioned. Now that your security clearance has been raised, I think it's time you understood the full picture. AG. Level 8. Security clearance only. It is a federal and international crime to read or possess these documents without authorization. As I glance to the camera that doesn't exist. UN Charter Special Appendix C, NGO, and Corporate Benevolence Waivers. Violators will be punished to the full extent of the law. The Phoenix Project. Special Report, September 15th, 2014. Covered in this brief. Number 1, successes. 2, challenges, and 3, next steps. Part 1, successes. While the general public remains content to generate amusing tornadoes of sound and fury over the basic facts of evolution, we have made such incredible progress in our study of the precursor hominid species that it renders these minor squabbles utterly irrelevant. Our advances, achieved through decades of diligent research and ingenious experimentation by Abstergo's best and brightest, have finally led us to a full understanding of the teleological origin of our species. We are now prepared to embark on our third major phase of research into our progenitor creators, Homo sapien divinius, HSD hereafter. The first stages of Abstergo's study of HSD began with nominal efficiency in the 1950s, following Rosalind Franklin's pioneering but censored discovery of triple helix DNA. Our scientists achieved further success in the late 60s with the discovery of the fossilized remains of 4 HSD specimens near the base of Mount Kilimanjaro. Evidence of this precursor race had already been the subject of speculation and rumor for many centuries before, but with modern scientific techniques we were able to confirm their existence beyond any doubts. Phase 2 began in 1971 with the creation and funding of Abstergo's first official precursor habitation expedition. By the end of that decade, 7 large-scale Denisovian sites located in Europe, Africa, North America, and Asia had been discovered and partially excavated. These discoveries were not made without setbacks, however, and the quality of the data was often questionable. But we entered the 1980s with no doubts as to their importance. It was at this time, too, that a concerted effort was made to recover as many tools, artifacts, and curios as possible from these and other sites. Phase 3 has now been in full operation since 2004, guided by the explicit mandate to sequence an entire precursor genome by the year 2018. So far, we feel we are in a good position to meet that goal. In parallel with this project, an adjunct team has been tasked with the job of acquiring as many distinct samples as possible and extracting them whatever useful genetic memories we can obtain. Their work tangentially related to the sequencing project will be invaluable in the long term as a source of advanced scientific and historical knowledge. In conjunction with the HSD Genome Project, additional teams have been tasked with sequencing the genomes of related species in the Homo genus. To date, these teams have made the following progress. Homo sapiens divinius, 4%. Homo sapiens sapiens, complete. Homo neanderthalanius, complete. Homo erectus, 17%. Homo antecessor, habilis, 16%, and Homo sapiens idal 2, 27%. Initial reports indicate that at least some of these hominids, like us, owe their existence to the precursor HSD species. The genome of Homo Neanderthals, for example, bears unmistakable signs of deliberate craftsmanship. Further archaeological evidence indicates that Neanderthals may have been explicitly designed and built as a military or expeditionary force. Research into this field of study is in its infancy, but it is ongoing. Part 2. Challenges. Progress with the HSD genome has been slow since our project began in 2006 in collaboration with researchers at Rosalind Franklin University. As the functional half-life of DNA is approximately 500 years, we are resigned to the fact that most remains of HSD organisms will contain at best 0.625% of their original information. Secondly, acquisition of actionable remains has proven difficult. We suspect one reason may be that the HSD species, at the height of its cultural development in 80,000 BCE, had an almost universal preference for cremation over the elaborate burial rituals preferred by lesser hominids, ourselves included. We also know that following the large-scale total extinction event, the HSD species died off very rapidly as members of the Homo sapiens sapiens and Homo neanderthalensis advanced at a startling rate. Further evidence indicates that these latter species dismantled and salvaged almost all precursor sites as a means of survival. However, in recent months, we have discovered the existence of two potentially fruitful sources of intact HSD DNA. One source has been confirmed recently, a recurring though extremely rare breed of human male archetype born with enough triple helix DNA to account for 5 to 6% of his total genome. Colloquially called sages by previous generations, these specimens, if captured alive or with enough genetic material intact, would enrich our search for precursor DNA samples immeasurably. The second source is classified pending confirmation, but early results are promising. Part 3. Next steps. The Tactics and Strategies Committee advises the following course of action in the near future. Number 1. Utilize Adam's technology to locate humans with trace amounts of embedded triple helix DNA, as has been demonstrated by the findings of the late Dr. Vidic. Crossbreeding between HSD and HSS did occur on more than one occasion. Average ranges in normal humans typically run from 0.00002% to 0.0005% of the total genome, while the DNA acquired from subject 17 was an extraordinary 0.952%. As mentioned in Part 2, make all efforts to locate more sages. Living samples are preferred, but any remains younger than 3 or 4 millennia would give us a significant advantage. 3. Locating so-called blood vials, purported to contain the preserved blood of precursor luminaries, will also prove invaluable. It is not known how effectively the vials have preserved these samples, but they are nevertheless a promising source of additional information, especially if acquired in bulk. Well, that is extremely interesting. And I think that this is a good place to go ahead and end the episode for today. When we come back, I think we'll dive into the data harvest here and continue our deep dive while we continue to make money to flesh out Arno's gear. Wow. There are quite a few contracts still. We'll need to do that as well. But that is going to be the end of this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I thank you for tuning in. My apologies for the technical difficulties at the beginning of the episode. However, we are set to continue Arno's journey. If you're enjoying the playthrough, please consider giving us a like or subscribe on YouTube at Jeff the Narrator on YouTube, or if you prefer to watch us live, give us a follow here on twitch.tv/Jeff the Narrator 469. I upload all of the VODs as soon as they're finished processing to YouTube, so you're never very far behind if you miss an episode. It's good to get back into Assassin's Creed a little bit more regularly, and we're not going to be done yet. If you're watching today, please stay tuned for part 16 happening very shortly. But until then, and in case anything else happens, in the meantime, keep telling stories.